Your life today is essentially the sum of your habits. How in shape you are is a result of your habits. How out of shape you are is a result of your habits. How happy you are is a result of your habits. How unhappy you are is a result of your habits. How successful you are is a result of your habits. What you repeatedly do, the tiny choices you make every single day, ultimately forms the person you are, the things you believe. The real power, the real change, comes from the small, almost unnoticeable choices we make every single day. Think of your habits as the compound interest of self-improvement. Getting 1% better every day is a small, manageable task. It's barely noticeable at the moment, but over the course of a year, that 1% compounds into a massive transformation. Your daily routines are the tracks upon which your life runs. If the tracks are laid in the right direction, you will almost inevitably arrive at your desired destination. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So why is it so difficult to start a new habit? We've all been there. You decide on January 1st that this is the year you will get fit. You buy a gym membership. You buy new workout clothes. You buy a set of protein shakes. For the first week, you are a machine. You go to the gym every single day. Then life happens. You have a long day at work. You feel a little tired. You skip one day, then another. Soon the gym card is gathering dust in your wallet. The problem is not you. The problem is your approach. You tried to do too much, too soon. The human brain is wired for conservation of energy. It prefers the familiar path. The secret to getting started is to make it so easy you can't say no. This is the 2-minute rule. Scale down, take out the mat, read one page. Anyone can start with a tiny step. To build a new habit, you need to understand the mechanics behind it. Every habit can be broken down into a 4-step feedback loop. Cue. The cue triggers your brain to initiate a behavior. Craving. The craving is the motivational force behind every habit. Response. The response is the actual habit you perform. Reward. The reward satisfies your craving and reinforces the loop. To create a good habit, make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Make it obvious. Make it attractive. Make it easy. Make it satisfying. These are the 4 laws of behavior change. A great strategy is habit stacking. After I pour my morning cup of coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. Or after I take off my work shoes, I change into my workout clothes. Use temptation bundling. Pair something you want with something you need. I will only watch my favorite show after I finish my writing. Bundle rewards and make the habit magnetic. Motivation is often misunderstood. We think we need to feel motivated before we can act. We wait for a wave of inspiration to strike us. Top performers don't wait to feel good to train. They stick to their schedule. Motivation often comes after starting, not before. Action creates momentum. Focus on identity rather than outcomes. The goal is not to read a book. The goal is to become a reader. The goal is not to run a marathon. The goal is to become a runner. Each action is a vote for that identity. When you write one sentence, you are voting to be a writer. One push-up is a vote for being athletic. Surround yourself with people who have the habits you want. Behavior is contagious. Join a culture where your desired behavior is normal. Reframe the process. The work is the reward. Fall in love with the boredom of doing the same thing every day. Success is a system to improve, an endless process to refine. No matter how consistent you are, you will eventually have a bad day. You will miss a workout. You will eat junk food. You will break your streak. This is not a failure. It is a normal part of the process. Top performers also have setbacks. They get back on track faster. A single mistake is an accident. 2 mistakes in a row is the beginning of a new habit. The most important rule is simple. Never miss twice. If you miss one day, make it a priority to get back on the next day. Make sure you get the next one in. The what the heck effect ruins streaks. One slip can lead to more slips. This mindset is destructive. The never miss twice rule prevents one error from cascading. If you don't feel like running 3 miles, just put on your shoes and walk around the block. If you don't feel like meditating 10 minutes, sit and breathe for 60 seconds. Something is always better than nothing. Treat setbacks as data. Ask, why did you miss? Was the cue not obvious? Was the environment working against you? Analyze, adjust, and get back to it. One of the most satisfying feelings is the feeling of making progress. When you can see that you are moving forward, you are more likely to continue. This is why tracking habits is powerful. It provides immediate evidence that small efforts add up. It creates a visual feedback loop that reinforces behavior. A small immediate gratification helps sustain long-term work. Use a habit tracker, simple calendar X, or an app. Make the act of tracking itself satisfying. Any small physical ritual adds reward. The streak becomes the reward. It proves you can stick with it. Tracking keeps you honest and helps plan improvements. You can't improve what you don't measure. Use data to make informed adjustments. This tiny satisfaction bridges action to long-term reward. Make progress obvious and satisfying. You'll be more likely to show up tomorrow. The streak itself becomes the reward. Building better habits is not a finite project with a finish line. It is a lifestyle. Build systems that serve you for life. Think about your future self. Every action today is a gift or a burden to that person. Saving small amounts gives financial freedom to your future self. When you choose to exercise, you give health to your future self. When you procrastinate, you push costs onto your future self. That person will have to deal with the consequences. Make choices today your future self will thank you for. Small habits compound. A 1% improvement seems small, but compounds enormously over time. So, start today. Start small. Pick one tiny habit and master the art of showing up. Make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Track progress. Never miss twice. Every action is a vote for the person you want to become. The journey to your best self is a long, patient walk. Just focus on the next step.